Hello, everyone. Welcome and welcome back. I am Rasheena Jarreau. This is Bend and Bounce. And I want to thank you for joining me for this 25-minute yoga practice for mobility. All you will need is your yoga mat and a nice, quiet place to practice. You can stand at the foot of your mat, root down through your feet, stand up tall, head lifts, and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and on the next inhale, raise your hands up to the ceiling and rotate your spine to the right as you drop your hands on the exhale. Inhale your arms up, twist your spine to the left, and exhale your arms back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling, twist your spine to the right, allowing your hands to fall near your thighs on the exhale. Deep breath in, hands lift, twist your torso to the left, and float those arms down. Last round, inhale your hands up towards the ceiling, lift those arms, twist to the right, drop those arms near your waist. Inhale those arms up, twist the left, allow them to float down. Last inhale, hands reach up, come back to center, come onto your tippy toes, really reaching for the sky here before folding forward and reaching your fingertips for the floor. Just allow your spine to soften here. Pedal your legs if that feels good. And slowly stack your vertebrae as you come back to a standing position. We're going to do that again. Take a deep breath in. As you do, reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Come up onto your tippy toes. Reach here. Take a nice breath out as you fold forward, again hinging at your hips. Allow your spine to soften forward here. Touch your fingers towards the floor and pedal your legs. Slowly stack your vertebrae one on top of the other as you come back to standing. Next breath, lift those arms up one last time towards the ceiling, coming up onto your toes and folding forward. A quick pedal of the legs before coming down to a toe squat position. So your knees are going to come to the mat and you're getting a nice stretch in your feet and your toes. Just rest your hands on your thighs and take a few breaths here. Maybe get some wrist rotations in here. Clasp your fingers together and rotate your wrist. Maybe pull your hands apart and rotate them individually in one direction and then the other. Being gentle with your wrist if you're experiencing any stiffness in that area. All right, so shift into a tabletop position, shoulders over your wrist, hip over your knees, and gently shift your weight forward until you feel a nice stretch in the back of your wrist. Now, if you are dealing with carpal tunnel or anything like that, be easy with this stretch. Definitely don't do it if it causes pain, but shift your weight back and forth in order to get a nice stretch in the back of that wrist. If that feels okay, try inverting your hands so fingers pointed towards your knees and shift your weight back this time, finding a similar stretch but just in a different way. All right, untwist your arms, face your fingers back towards the front of your mat, and gently roll your shoulders forward. So we're not moving our back much, we're not moving our hips, we're just doing some shoulder rolls. And switch directions with your shoulder rolls. So we're going to move into cat-cows, but adding a little twist to this. So moving into cow pose, take a deep breath in as you drop your belly towards the floor. On the next exhale, round your spine towards the ceiling and shift your weight back towards your heels. Rock back into tabletop. I'm going to do that again. Deep breath in as you drop your belly towards the floor. As you release that breath, round your spine towards the ceiling and shift your weight back towards your heels. Come back to tabletop. And once more, take a deep breath in, dropping your belly. Deep breath out, rounding your spine up and shifting your weight back towards your heels. Beautiful. Shift back into your tabletop, and we're going to do some exaggerated spinal rolls. So roll your spine from one side down to the other side and up, kind of shifting in and out of that cat-cow pose in one direction, and then roll your body in the other direction. Really getting a nice spinal stretch in every direction, getting your neck into it, getting your shoulders into it, getting your spine, your hips into it. Find your tabletop, kick your left leg back, shift your weight so that your heel comes towards the floor, and then shift your heel away. And do that in gentle pulses. So we're kind of extending and flexing our foot here. We're also getting into our ankle a bit. And touch that leg down. Extend your right leg back. Do the same thing. Heel reaches towards the floor and away from the floor. Heel reaches for the floor and away from the floor. Beautiful. Touch that leg down. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back for a downward dog here. Option to keep a generous bend in your knees. If you have tight hamstrings, stay strong and lengthened through your arms and your back. And if you feel comfortable enough, pedal your legs. Shift your weight towards your hands. Allow your knees to touch down and come back for a child's pose. So bring your hips towards your heels. Allow your arms to rest by your side. We're taking a little break in movement here. And just breathe deeply in and out, in and out. All right, come back to tabletop. Draw your right arm away from your body and thread it through for a thread the needle pose. So you're going to touch your right shoulder down, your left arm extends up above you as we find a nice twist in our back as well as a stretch in our shoulders. Unthread yourself, come back to tabletop, do the same thing on the other side. Draw your left arm out, thread it through your body, bringing your left shoulder to the mat, extending your right arm above you. We'll come back to tabletop. From here, walk your hands out slightly and shift your weight forward, pressing through the tops of your feet. Find a cobra or an upward facing dog. Either variation is fine. And hold. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come back into a child's pose. Next breath, roll your spine upward, shifting back into your cobra or upward facing dog. Take a deep breath out as you find your child's pose. Again, next breath, roll your spine upward to find your cobra or upward facing dog. Taking your time here, rolling up as slowly as you like. And next exhale, drop yourself into a nice child's pose. Again, roll your spine up. Find your version of upward facing dog or cobra. And transition through your child's pose before gently sitting yourself up. All right, let's untuck our legs, come to a seated position towards the middle of our mat. We're just going to take a mindful break here and just take a moment to check in with ourselves. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How is your breathing? Is it calm and relaxed? And as you ponder that, give yourself a nice neck roll to the right. And then a nice neck roll to the left. Maybe taking a moment to drop your chin to your chest and shake your head yes, or maybe no. Roll your shoulders back, sit up tall. Bring your legs to a folded position in front of you because we're going to go into 90-90 switches. And allow your legs to fall out to one side. Hold this for a second and fold towards the other side. So we're literally switching from one side to the next, and this is great for getting into your hips as well as releasing tension in your lower back. So keep those switches going at a pace that is comfortable for you. And just breathe gently. All right, so walk your legs in. You may need to switch to a lengthwise position on your mat here because we're going to go into a wide-legged straddle. So separate those legs and gently invert and evert your feet. So we're getting a little movement here in our legs, helping them adjust to this widespread position. Take a deep breath in and lean your torso towards your right before rolling your torso forward and then to the left. Repeat that motion, leaning to the right and circling your torso towards the left. Keep this going, and I think that you'll find with each rotation, you'll be able to fold a little bit deeper on the turn than you did before. Beautiful. Other side, roll your torso to the left, forward, to the right, before coming back to neutral and repeating the roll again. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Side stretch to the right. And then side stretch to the left. Side stretch right. And side stretch left. Sit tall and walk your hands in front of you as you fold forward. We're going to hang out here for a minute. All right, walk your hands back in, sit back up, pull your legs into your chest, and hug them there. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just maybe shifting your position on your yoga mat again, come back onto your back. So once you're positioned on your back, hug your knees into your chest just for a few moments. And then leading with your knees, allow your hips to fall open. Touch your feet down towards the mat. Close your legs together and hug them into your chest again. So this is one fluid motion that we're going for. With your knees open, your hips, touch your feet down, close the legs, and hug them into your chest. We're going to do that one more time. Open your hips, feet come to touch the mat. Close your legs and bring them back to your chest. Allow your legs to fall out into a butterfly pose here. So touch the soles of your feet together and allow, like I said, your hips to just fall open. You can relax your arms by your side or up near your head. And we're just going to hang out here for a few breaths. Gently draw your knees back together. Allow your thighs to make your way to your torso as you hug your knees in. Touch your feet down and find a nice spinal twist to the right. So allow your legs to fall out to the right. Bring your arms out away from your body into a T. You can keep your head facing the ceiling, or you can turn it to the left for a deeper twist. Either way is fine. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently untwist. Hug your knees into your chest. Touch your toes down and find your twist on the left side. Arms come out to a T. Head stays in a neutral position, or you can turn it to the right. Untwist, and we're going to prepare to do some bridges, okay? So root down through your feet, bring your arms by your side, press through your arms and your hands, and lift your torso up towards the ceiling, activating your core, activating your glutes here. Hold at the top and drop your bottom back to the floor. Again, activate your core, lift your pelvis to the ceiling, hold. Great job. Bottom drops. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out before going to our last bridge. Activate, lift, find your bridge. And release your bottom to the floor. Hug those knees into your chest one last time as you extend one leg and then extend the other. Switch legs, extend one, and then extend the other. All right, and moving into our final resting pose, get comfortable here. You can extend your legs long if you'd like. Allow your legs to fall where they may. Bring your hands up near your head or by your side, wherever is comfortable. And just kind of take a few last moments here to reflect on this practice. Reflect on the movement that we just did. Take note of how your body feels. Does it feel better? Is it less tightness? Is it less soreness, stiffness? And maybe consider moving like this more often. And when you're ready, come to a seated position as best you can. Take a moment here to adjust before getting back onto your feet, getting a nice toe stretch in. Find your forward fold. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And as you inhale, slowly lift your torso up, stacking your spine, and stand tall. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.